Hi guys, welcome to another interesting episode of Trash It. Just before we dive into what we're talking about today, which has been blowing up on Instagram, Facebook, on all the social media outlets, we have the story of Tuface Idibia and his wife, Annie Idibia, and one of the baby mama, okay? But before we go into that, we're just going to do a quick introduction. So we've got Yori, we've got Funshaw, we've got Ajike, we've got Mr. Jabberjantics, and we've got Shari, okay? So Shari was a part of the show before she took a break and now she's back, okay? So if you watch our old videos, you would remember Shari from some of those videos. So going into the topic for today, 2 days ago, Annie Dibia put out some post on her Insta story and it reads, "I'm a patient woman. I'm not a fool, innocent. Your family never loved me from the beginning. No matter how hard I tried, I was never worthy of them. I have made so many sacrifices for you and all your children. God knows I have tried. Your baby mamas constantly use your children as an excuse for all sorts of rubbish. I try to stay gracious. You are not the first man on the planet to have kids by different women. You can do better. Everything I do is to show the good human that you are. But today, this move done by you, Efe, Frankie, and your family is unacceptable. What kind of a man takes his kids to Disney and spends nights in the same apartment with his kids' mother? How many times have you gone to see your kids with Pero?" Now, the said woman's name is Pero, and she stays with you on in the same apartment. Now, just to break it down, Tuface Idibia is a very popular Nigerian artist. He's a musician. He's done a lot of songs. He was one of the people that started Afrobeats, you know, when we just started, especially African Queen. You Are My African Queen. I'm sure you guys must remember that song. Now, Tuface, he has two baby mamas, okay? One's name is Pero, the other one's name is Sumbo. Pero, I believe, has two children, two sons for him, and I believe Sumbo also has two sons or so. But I think he has about 5 children outside of marriage, right? And now he's married to Annie Dibia, which is the one we know. Annie Dibia is also a celebrity. She's an actress, okay? She acts in Nollywood movies and all of that. So recently, it became apparent that Tuface went out on holiday to Disneyland with one of the baby mamas and they shared the same apartment. So Annie Dibia is not very happy about that. And obviously she's come on social media to call him out. Just before we dive into this topic real quick, I'm just going to go around the room. For a woman to go on social media and talk about her marital issue, do you think that she must have bought a lot and now she can't handle it anymore? Ajike, let me come to you real quick. Do you think she must have bought a lot and can't handle it anymore? That's why she came on social media. Just real quick, without diving into the issue.
Well, really, she has shared most of her life on social media. I remember one time when she and Quero and Tuface hugged each other. I said maybe they kissed and made up. I don't know. It was on social media. You know, she has shared a lot of good things on social media. So for her to share this is nothing new. It's just nothing new. Maybe she's just trying to. I don't know. I don't think it's anything new. Many people do that. So
okay,
how she processes.
Okay, for sure. What do you think? Do you think she can't hold it anymore, and that's why she's on social media?
Well, I think whatever happens in the bedroom, she stay in the bedroom. That's what I think. So, irrespective of what she has passed through, if you can't take it again, then take a divorce, not put it on social media.
Right. Okay. Okay, Mr. Jagbajantics, what do you think? Is she doing the right thing, coming on social media? Do you think she's had enough?
I just think everybody's level of tolerance or threshold for pain differs. You know, what you can take, probably I would go a little bit further. Some can't even take a little, pinch of salt. So I think for her to come out now, considering what she herself must have been seeing on Gistlover, Instablog, everywhere, I don't think she will want to put her story out there. She must have gotten to that point where, you just say to yourself, this is it. If it's going to explode, let it explode. If it's going to bring back my old ways, if it's going to dig anything out, let it dig it out. I'm ready for it. That's what I see in what's going on.
Okay. Yori, what do you think? Has she had enough or?
A frustrated woman is an angry woman.
Mhm.
So I'm sure she's trying to resolve this the best she can. And nothing seems to cut the show with Pero and Tuface. So they've lived their lives on social media, reality. This is their reality. So as most people might frown, and personally, it's not the way to go for me, but she's a celebrity. There's no way this wasn't going to come out in one way, shape, or the other. So it's best she owns the narrative rather than let someone else talk or say something about it. So I won't do it personally, but it is what it is.
Okay, before we go into it proper, Shari, what do you think? Is social media the best thing for her to do, given everything that's going on? You know, social media is like a court now where people come and there's a judge and a jury. What do you think? Is this the best move for her? Do you know?
Personally, I agree with Yuri. I wouldn't go down that route because, as you say, rightfully, if you're married, anything that is between you and your husband, you should be able to come as a family, sit down and talk about your issues instead of taking it to social media. But again, I have been in a situation where you talk, you don't get anywhere, you get angry, you lash out. And I think in this case, it's the frustration, the anger, and probably she's not getting anywhere with Tuface. So I think she's thinking the last thing that she probably wanted to do is probably going to social media because she's an educated woman, right? We're not talking about her, just being any common woman. And I think her last resort was, if you're not listening to me, then I'm going to take this further. And I think that's what she did in the end. She just thought, you know what? I'm just going to unleash it and let everyone know what's going on.
Okay.
And that was it.
Okay, thank you, Shari, for that. Now let's dive into this now. Let's unpack it because it's very heavy. Now, a lot of people are saying, a lot of celebrities have put out tweets and they put out posts on Instagram saying, at the end of the day, right, you knew that Tuface had 2 baby mamas, okay? Now, I think the story going around is that Annie and Tuface have been together since she was very young and they've sort of grown together. But her now actually going into the marriage, she knew that Tuface had 2 baby mamas. I think between those 2 baby mamas, they have 5 children, right? Pero has 2 sons and 1 daughter, and Sumbo has 2 sons, right? And then she has 3 daughters. Now, people are saying that before you went into this marriage, you knew he already had all these children, all these baby mamas. He's going to be in the children's lives, and so is the baby mama as well. They're all going to be intertwined. So you going into this marriage, what were you expecting? Yuri, let me come to you. What did you think she was thinking? Did you think she thought that Tuface was going to be hers and hers alone?
Do you know what? I wouldn't want to say she's naive, because if we're going by the customs of Nigeria, when you get married to someone, it's the customary marriage, the traditional one that is marriage. Okay. And from my understanding, they've done something on Pero's head. So essentially, Tuface has gone to Pero's dad and done traditional wedding with Pero. Pero is a wife, it's not a baby mama. Let's get that one straight.
Absolutely.
Now, that's why I said she's a little bit naive. She's a second wife. She might be the one in the house, but that doesn't negate Pero's presence in Tuface's life. Now, what I would expect her is to understand the relationship that Pero has with Tuface. If they say we're not together, there's no way they won't co-parent. I can't have a child with you now. You want to take my child to Disney World. You can remember that issue that Sophie, Mohamed, and Davido had, and when they were going to take Imade to Dubai. You can't take you can't take my children and not take me. And ideally, you would look a value that you have, or the cost that you charted before. There's no way that you won't swing back it.
Okafor's rule.
Yeah, Okafor's rule. Yeah.
I'm talking about that video that you talked about initially at the beginning. In the beginning, if you see where Tuface, Pero, and Annie like try to reconcile the differences, you need to see where Tuface strategically placed
his head.
He's in love with Pero. It's quite different. We're not talking about one-time mistake. I got pregnant for 3 children. It takes 3 different conceptions.
One is the hair as well. I mean, did Pero have the first son for him or so?
Well, anybody can be hair. We're not
regardless.
Regardless. But what I'm trying to tell you is that this is not a mistake. We're talking about 3 children. So she should have clearly defined, or they should clearly, there's now 3 people in this relationship. The 3 of them should define where we are. Personally, I feel for Annie because obviously she's been the face, she's worked with Tuface, she's supported him, she's his mouthpiece. And sometimes it can be frustrating. You're going on holiday, you are a very comfortable man. Why can't you stay in a hotel? But if you're trying to have normalcy in the life of your child or your children, it would be nice for you to be able to co-parent. Just because they share an apartment doesn't mean they had sex.
Okay. let me hang you there. Let me hang you there. Funshaw, just because they shared an apartment doesn't mean they had sex. Would you let your wife go on a vacation with the father of her other children and stay in the... I shouldn't finish. Okay.
Pero is not married. Pero is not married.
Well, yeah, Pero's not married, but Tuface is married.
Do you know what? Sorry, I know Funshaw is about to talk. Another thing that we need to kind of take into account is Pero just allegedly just had some BBL done. So you can imagine the attraction.
Is it because she has very nice boobs as well, doesn't she?
She's been structured in. So
women.
You know, it's difficult for Tuface to not revisit an old, and I'm not trying to advocate for men to not be true to who they are, but we're talking about, if we had been realistic here, he's married to both of them.
Simple.
Wow. Okay, Funshaw, let me come to you. They shared an apartment doesn't mean they had sex. Is that true?
I don't believe. So like I said, okay, first rule, fine, I have had ladies in the past that I didn't work with, but out of let's say 10, we work with like 8 or 8.5. You get? So I mostly put half there. I know what I'm saying. So it work with 8.5. So I don't have any proof. I don't have any assurance that it won't happen. That they stay in the same apartment overnight. I know what I will do. You get? I know I am the one that is not supposed to be trusted, but at the same time, I know I'm supposed to put my insecurities on my wife or something. But it's just human. It's just who I am. I can't take it. I can't believe that they will stay the night together, even if they don't go all the way. Maybe there'll be stolen kisses here and there and touches. No, I don't want it. No.
Okay. All right. Ajike, let me come to you. I mean, what do you think happened on this holiday for Annie to be so pissed off about it, given that they settled a few years ago? And, you know, I'm sure with that settlement came some sort of trust for Pero and Annie and Tuface for them not to cross the line. Where do you draw the line at this point? Ajike.
Happened to me in the first place, but well, since it has happened to somebody and she has made her life a living, you know, for me, like I will pick from what everybody says. Yori said, you know, that she's quite naive. Because really, he has had children with other women. There will be that kind of relationship. And he's in the limelight, you know, girls throwing themselves all over him. It's a possibility. I cannot say what happened, because me personally, I live by the creed of what I did not see, I do not say, or I do not discuss. So I'm not going to assume whatever happened. Whatever happened there, her husband is an adult and you should know better. But Yuri too has said again, that's the Pero that they're talking about. They've done maybe introduction, or they have put something on her head. Like people used to say, they've done something small on my head. Maybe they've done something on her head, and she feels she has the right to, you know, have her itchy scratched. So really, it's a situation where they should manage among themselves. But where I will support Annie is, and I always tell them, because I am very, very much like that. I might not come to social media and say things about my marriage, but within my family, I am like that. When I am angry, I have a right to, and that's what annoys me about people. People think they can police how you should be angry. I can be angry anyhow I want to be angry. If I want to go on social media and be angry, it's my angry. Please don't be angry for me. It's my angry.
You're angry.
You're angry. So she's how we prepare her body, she talk it. So you cannot tell her how to be angry. She might have tried to reach these people, she has tried everything, because from what I've said, has even packed many people that are not concerned. She packed them, join everybody together. So she must have tried to reach so many people, do so many things, try so many things, and it didn't work. And she's like, well, to hell, fuck it, I'm about to just, You know,
Scatter
let
the
us
place.
even feel where, because at times you need to scatter to rearrange it. Yoruba will say, Yoruba to join Ewa Loku City, house that burns. Yeah, because at times you need to burn things down to start again, and maybe that's what she was. So that's where that's the only way I support her. Nobody can tell her how to be angry, because the problem I'm having is that people are not telling her how to be angry. You cannot tell me how to angry my angry. You can't tell me how to joy my joy. You can't tell me how to cry my cry. It's my body. It's me that knows how to have a reaction. Yeah, you can't tell me how to have a reaction. Just like some people be saying, you see somebody that the child died, you say, I have other children. Are you mad? You understand? No, there's some things that people say that will just annoy you. So you cannot really you can't tell somebody how to grieve. You see some people, maybe somebody died, the person is now laughing. They are saying she's laughing. Why should she not laugh? Should she cry forever? Africans are fond of policing people's emotions. We should stop it.
Yeah.
The same way we are telling people, we should stop policing people's emotions. So for me, that's why I support her in that one. Anyhow we do you, I beg, do yourself.
Okay, thank you very much, Ejike. I think we heard you loud and clear, right? We heard you loud and clear. Now, Shari, let me come to you, right? Given that you're not in a relationship, but you have kids, and obviously you have to have co-parenting relationship with the father of the children. Now, let's assume this was one of the fathers of your children. You still fancy them, right? And now the children want to go to Disney holiday and they want daddy and mommy together. And you guys have now rented an apartment to stay. Given that you still have feelings for this guy, how would you go about it? You guys are sleeping in the same apartment. Do you think there is a possibility that Tuface really didn't do anything with the mother of these children?
Well, you see, this is where it's tricky, because I've been on two ends of the spectrum, and I understand where Annie's coming from, and I understand where Pero's coming from in that sense. The thing is, personally, I can't say anything happened or didn't happen, because I think that is based on the individual as a woman. It depends on how much respect that Pero have for Annie. Does that make sense? So the thing is, just because you go to a villa or you go to a hotel with the father of your kids does not mean that something will happen. But as I say, that based on you, the woman, where your feeling is with that man, and that respect that you have for the wife, because you know that he's married to somebody else. So I think that all comes down to respect, if that makes sense, and loyalty within yourself to know not to cross that boundary, whether you have feelings or not. I mean, I think personally, it is possible for you to go and spend time with someone, or with an ex, and not do anything. Because personally, if I go with an ex, I would not cross that boundary, but then that's me.
But what if this is an ex that you still genuinely have feelings for?
I still would not cross that boundary, because the way I was brought up is to know your boundary and respect, and know that karma. I believe strongly in karma. I believe if I do something, that will come back to me. And it's not only about just you, it's about the kids as well, because this is involving a lot of kids, right? It's involving Pero kids, it's involving Annie's kids, it's involving everybody kids. So at the end of the day, I don't think this is to do with the woman. I think this is more to do with Tuface. The way he's carrying on and the way he's doing things is disrespectful to Annie. But then, as I say, at the end of the day, you can't really blame Pero to want to go with her kids on holiday. I did it before, where my kids were young, they're going on holiday. Of course, I want to come with my kids. I'm not going to trust you to take my kids somewhere else. But as I say, that doesn't mean that there's anything going on physically. Yes, you could go, you could have your laugh, you could have your fun with your kids. But when it comes to the bedroom department, you know your boundary. But then does he know his boundary? That is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? This is not just to do with the woman. This is to do more with him. Can he keep it in his hand?
All right.
I think one thing we are missing is that from what Annie posted, from that tone and from how she wrote it, it's more like it's not a one-time thing. Probably it has been happening before.
Yeah.
So she knows that something would definitely happen. And
yes.
that's why she now like
Excuse me, sir. I just said that's his wife. What are you on about? That's his second wife. They would
have an agreement now.
Which agreement?
We don't know. We are not privy to this information. Probably they talked about it before she eventually got married to Annie. Are you done with Pero or not? You know, if he said he's done, then obviously there's nothing that's supposed to happen between them again.
Yeah. Is Pero aware that they are done?
Well, we don't see. We only know one side of the story. We don't know everything.
Wait, the fire here is on Tuface Bum Bum. Do you understand? He can squash this. Because if you're giving me mixed signals, if you're telling me that, okay, you might be telling Annie, I'm done with Pero. Pero is a very beautiful young lady. Her father is loaded. They've done something on her head. As far as she's concerned, if that line has not been drawn from Pero's side, technically, that is her husband.
Yeah.
So, Pero, I think, why are you blowing steam? As you are a marriage, not legally, but customary married to this guy. I am also married.
Yeah.
What the hell are we talking about?
But can I say something? Because I'm not trying to blame Annie, but the thing is, Annie knew what she was getting herself into. Yeah. She knew this man's history. These days, even if you don't know a celebrity, it's so easy to Google all the gist, the gossip, everything is there. So nothing is covered in the sense that I could say, well, Annie didn't know what kind of character this guy had. You know, the thing is, I think a lot of women is at fault because when you come in to a relationship where kids are already there, you assume that when you start having kids and you're married and you're number one, supposedly, to that man, everything will change. That is the misconception that a lot of us make and needs to stop making. Because the thing is, as you rightfully say, these kids and this woman came way before Annie. Yeah? She can't expect Tuface to just dump these people out of his life and give her, that full support that she wants. And as you say, when they go on holiday, it's only going to be her and her kids. No, it does not work like that. Unfortunately, it does not work like that. So when you're taking on a man, yes, that have a previous relationship and a bag of kids, you're taking on that baggage. And you need to be mentally, physically, emotionally. You need to be on all those level to know what you're getting, because you have to remember, even in a normal relationship, you're going to have problems. So can you imagine if this man have kids and have more than one baby mother? You're not then dealing with one baby mother, you're dealing with with the whole baggage. Right. So this is what I'm saying, if she can't handle it, unfortunately she won't be able to carry on in years, because something else will pop up that she won't be happy with.
So basically, I think it was quite naive of Annie to think that even with Tuface's 2 baby mamas and 5 children, that she was going to be the one to stop him from having any contact with those children. Let me just come to you, Mr. Jabba, before we move on to the next phase. You've heard what everybody else has said. What do you think about this? Was Annie deluded? Did she think she was the one that could stop Tuface from, spending time with his other children or the baby mamas?
Well, Annie is only being dramatic. Yes, she's entitled to her pain. No woman can take that. Even when they're oroguns, you know what they call orogun, in the same house, there is still jealousy. This thing is not new. It's a common practice. All our leaders, politicians, they will have a wife in the traditional way. The moment they become a politician, they will go and do a legal marriage with a first lady that they can put beside themselves, somebody who can stay beside them and, project them. That's what Annie did. When Annie was in school, Tuface was already with Pero. There was a time Pero arranged for Annie to be dealt with. All these stories are there. So we have to understand that she knew, Pero knew, they all knew about each other from way back before Google. There was no Google at the time. They were still students in school. So I don't know why everything is just, escalating here and there, and everybody is thinking one person is bad, one person is good. It's all lies. Pero is as good as a wife, the same way Annie is a wife. Annie is just carrying the English type of marriage, whereas is carrying the traditional type of marriage, if you understand what I'm saying. So either they go on holiday or not. If they're going to sleep with each other, they're going to sleep with each other. They don't need to travel first. That traveling or going to Disney is just unrealistic noise. There is no need for that. When he is in Lagos, he can as well arrange, I'm coming to see my kids today. What are you wearing? Don't wear that one. Wear that skimpy stuff. And they will do whatever they want to do. You know. So all going on. Sorry?
I say, you see, men?
That's meant for you. Trust me. And you're worrying yourself about Pero. You're not thinking about other girls out there who are equally, well carved with knives and needle out there. So why is she worrying herself? Yes, she's entitled to her pain. Yes, no woman can take it. None of us, we men, we can't take it.
Men.
None of us can take it. So I am in support of her for that. Yes, but she also has her own blame. You can't eat your cake and still have it in your pocket. That's the thing. So let me not take too much time. That's where I'm going to stop for now.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Jabadansi. Let me come to you. So obviously, let's put ourselves in Annie's shoes, right? You love this guy, but he has 3 baby mamas, two baby mamas, and he has 5 children with them. Now, but you love him and you want to marry him. Now, you know that no matter what you do, he's going to be in the lives of those children. How are you going to prepare yourself mentally before you go into that relationship? And what are your expectations from that guy before you go into that relationship when it comes to dealing with the baby mamas and the children?
Celia, you've known me more than enough of people. My temperament is not meant for relationships like this. So chances are I will not be in this situation because my body cannot collect it. Simple English. It's true. Look, I applaud Annie. And sometimes love allows you or cages your thought process to make you do some things. Personally, I can't do it. And in as much, I can collect your children. Do you understand? I can bring your children into my own environment, take care of them. But the whole ideology of co-parenting, we're going on holiday, why can't all of us go on the holiday? Why does it have? If it's true, why should we segregate 3? That's what I think we should have. I personally will have an issue with. Why is it that my children too can't go to Disney? Is there an age limit? No, there's not 8 children or 7 children in this situation. Tuface is comfortable. They'll give them visa. And I understand most of them are actually, I think most of them are actually US citizens. So getting them to those places is not a problem. Let all of us go. As a matter of fact, let the mothers go. Let me and Pero go. There's no need for all Tuface is doing there is paying for whatever we're needing.
Actually, that's a good point.
Why can't Pero and I go on this holiday?
With the children? Yes.
If we want to set the boundaries, as if I were Annie, and if I've blindly, lovingly gone into this relationship, hoping that Tuface is being true to me, he's not actually in any other relationship with Pero, I will be the drive of this. Where are we taking the children on holiday? I will be the one messaging Pero. What are we doing with the kids for summer? Well, I'm discussing with Tuface. Let's go to Disney. Now, me and Pero will go on this trip. Not Tuface.
I will discourage you.
Do you understand? I won't even be bringing it to Tuface. Do you understand? I won't be bringing it to Tuface that, this is what I think Pero and I should do. Pero and I have decided to take the kids to Disney.
Don't forget, there's another baby mama as well, Sumbo.
Sumbo is married. Sumbo is married to a pastor. Sumbo is not a problem.
Oh yeah.
And I will take Sumbo's children, and we will go.
They want to go and plan behind my back.
No. So do you understand? If
you getting too close is a problem for me.
So if Tuface should then have a problem with me getting close to Pero, that is when I know we have a problem.
Yeah.
I think, I say something?
Well, like I said, my body can't collect this kind of nonsense.
I think the problem here is what Yuri kind of touched base, is that you would like people to be friends, meaning Pero and Annie. But I think that is where the conflict is. I think deep down, I think Annie knows that Tuface still have feelings for Pero. Yeah? And because of that, there's always going to be a jealousy. There's always going to be a wedge. Exactly. So basically, no matter if Tuface says to Pero and Annie, let's get together, why can't you guys be friends? It's not going to happen, because I don't think Annie wants to have anything to do with Pero, because she feels threatened. She feels that if anything, Tuface will always go back to Pero, if that makes sense. And I think this is what's happening. And that's where the insecurity is coming, because even if Tuface is not doing anything with Pero, if you're insecure and you have that jealousy, no matter if Pero come right now to the door and nothing is going on, all she have to do is probably give him that smile, and Annie will be thinking, wait, did I see a smile, or was that a flirt, or whatever, you understand? So this is what I'm saying. It's all about what Annie mentality is about Pero. And if she is going to be insecure, I'm telling you, she should get a divorce, because it's not going to work. It's always going to be a constant bickering. It's always going to be a fight. It's always going to be, it's not going to work. It's not.
You see what I say? It can't be me, and she shouldn't be in this situation. She knew right from the onset that woman is not going to die.
Yeah.
God forbid, no.
That's what I'm saying.
I think
so
both
she should
Yori
save herself, I think, and just come out of it if she can't deal with it. It seemed like when she started and didn't have kids, it was all rosy. And as I say, with all relationships, men will tell you what they want to tell you, right? He would tell you, oh, I have nothing to do with her or whatever. But at the end of the day, the fact is they have kids, and there's no way that this woman's going to come out the picture anytime soon.
But did Annie not know that they had already paid the bride price on Pero, right? Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Funshaw, let me come to you. You were going to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say that Yori's suggestion or idea is...
I love it. Fun. Yeah.
That is for a man that doesn't still have feelings for Pero. If I still have feelings for the other lady, I will throw that plan into a dustbin.
Wow.
Because I know you're spoiling it for me. Yeah. And I like the one Shari said, in the sense that we need to understand that these people, like Pero gave birth to 3 kids, not
exactly.
one.
2 boys, 1 girl.
You get so she will always be a threat to Annie at any point in time. And I understand it, even if you said they reconciled in public and like that, that is just for the cameras. Deep down, there's just going to be this wedge between both of them. And it will take a lot to actually remove that wedge. And going back to the beginning itself, when they were going to get married, I remember I was telling my wife, I was like, man, this is going to be a recipe for disaster. That as a lady, if I were to be a lady, I can't take it. Someone that has baby moms with 2 other women, now jumping in, no. And this guy, I don't believe this guy will still zip up. I was telling her, I don't believe we'll still hear stories in the future. That there are other people somewhere.
Yeah. Ajike, let me come to you. So if you found yourself in Annie's shoes, what would you do? How would you manage this whole situation? How would you prepare yourself emotionally, psychologically? Forget about money, Ajike. I know for you, money is everything. Forget about money. How would you navigate this?
I will not be in this situation. That is how to not be in it. That is how to not be in it. That is how to not be in it. How can you be in that kind of situation? You went to school, you have brain, your own parents, your own mother and father. And then there's something that is to happen that you should ask yourself, the mother that gave birth to my father, are they having this kind of problem? Do I have anybody that is facing this kind of problem? And I was going to put myself on road and die before my time? It's not possible. So I don't know about other people, but for me, I can't even be in that kind of situation where there's somebody that has had, I think even her own children, although I think the children were coming in between. I don't know.
Because they were coming.
So how
they were coming in between. So that means they were all enabling the behavior. They were enabling.
Do you know what? I think this is all a very big polyamorous relationship where only Tuface is the only one that's enjoying the whole women. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm very happy for Sumbo that I think she has been able to get herself out of that rubbish. And she's a respectable pastor's wife, and she's doing very, very well. Even her, I think they actually had because when she was going to marry the man, I remember the man first of all called off the relationship, they called off the wedding. Then he now came back. I'm sure maybe, I don't know what it was, but he came back and they are very happy. They have 2 children together. They are doing very well. So for me, the Pero and Yani matter, there's nothing she's going to do. She cannot go with torchlights and be scrutinizing where he's putting his penis or anywhere he's going. She can't do that. So really, like I said initially, we cannot police her emotions. But everything that is happening she has brought it to social media, so everybody has an opinion. 3, she should just, if it's something she can live with, she should continue living with it. If she cannot live with it, she should just carry a kangara and leave that situation, marry another person, or maybe find, you understand? Oh, yes, now. She
has 3 children.
I keep that, yes, in fact, there's a story I always tell people. When I hear people say about having children does not mean anything. The person that will love you will love you. I can't remember, I'm still looking for the story. There was a lady, she has 3 children. A man married her from Canada, not even Nigeria. Canada, the man was never married. And he married her and took her children to Canada. So really, all those that because you have married, you are now old or something, story for the gods. If you are going to find happiness again, you will find it. So really, if the wala is so much for her soul, she should please leave the situation. And if she can carry on, she should just know that she cannot be on social media all the time, because with people like us here, we are ready to ever talk about it.
We are ready for the topic, oh. Yori, were you going to say something before I move to Bidemi?
I was just going to say, look, musicians, anyone that marries a musician should know this comes with a terrain. Look, King Sunny Ade, power to the gods. Kwamon, same story. Tuface, look, this is not the end of it. He's still in his prime. I'm sure at some point he's going to knock another person up. So, Annie just needs to go and be calming down. You can't change, with the lack of better word, you can't change a dog. We know that Tuface, as quiet as he is, he's meant for the streets. It's like a future Sierra's ex. So what are we trying to do here?
Okay, let me come to the men. Funsho and Bidemi. Put yourself in Tuface's shoes. You're married, yeah, and you have kids, and then you have all these baby mamas, but you still have to be in the lives of those children. Would you leave your wife and your kids at home and follow your baby mama and and your children to holiday and stay in the same property for nothing happened? Funsho, let me come to you first.
Well, I answered this question already, and that is the main determinant in this is if I still have feelings for the baby mama or not. Remember, I think on the previous shows we said sex cannot keep a guy. Like it cannot make me marry you, but sex can make me come back and taste it again because maybe it was the bomb. It was very good. So let's say my baby mama is like a tiger in bed. You get, and laughing. Let's say she's a baby, she's a tiger in bed. I don't want to marry her. I don't want to like stay committed to her because probably she frustrates my life. You get, but we have this understanding that when I come, I get it. Like,
but she didn't frustrate your chairman.
I get all that. That's the possibility. I will find ways to be with her alone all the time. And you know what gives me the caveat to do that? Because my wife knows that I had this woman before and she agreed to still marry me. You know, I'll keep testing that waters. I'll keep testing it.
So wait, so what you're saying is the fact that your wife knew that you were with this woman before and she still agrees to marry you, that indirectly means that she's giving you the go-ahead to continue sleeping with her because she knows that you would always go back there?
She's not giving me the go-ahead, but it gives you an idea. I'm just telling you how most guys would think. She's not giving me an idea of me having to go back again and beg. Might be no now. It's the devil.
The things that we blame on devil.
Wow.
So people don't even have to blame the devil.
No, now, these things do happen.
Before he touches the neck,
you accept. Let's be honest.
So you see, this is it. Did you hear what Bidemi? Wait, did you hear what Bidemi and Funsho have just said? This is exactly what Annie Idibia is dealing with at home because Tuface has done it over and over again, and Tuface has come up with this kind of teasing and persuasion, and she's had enough of it.
No,
Yeah,
you're
it's
responding
worse.
from a mind that is preoccupied with, anger. No, there are two different people here. We don't have baby mamas, but we're trying to tell you what people with baby
The
mamas
thinking,
have at the back
the
of
way
their
we
mind.
do it, yeah.
So they will be like, after all, you remember how we used to do this and that. Before you know it, something will happen. Many of us that are married, we still go back to our old girlfriend. God bless you. She knows. We call it Ekwatijo. Ekwatijo too will be like, you know what? If your wife catches you, I'm not involved. Take this. This is for the kids. This is for this. This is for that. Some people will even do shopping for the husband, for the wife. Like, this is from my heart. No hard feelings, no evil thoughts, no diabolic or demonic stuff. Just from the heart. Like, you know what? When you're going, I bought this for your wife, but don't tell her it's me. If she catches you, you are your own. This is for the kids. Do you know that women do that?
Yeah, they do.
When he is married, and they buy gifts, buy everything for the man to take home. So Ekwatijo will always be Ekwatijo. It's the law. Even if Tuface doesn't want to do it, if they don't have any beef, it will happen. No, they don't have to go to Hollywood or Disney or wherever. It will happen in the same house where Annie is living. She will not be around when it will happen. So,
and Celia, it's not as if me and Jambojantis are doing this thing. We're just telling you the way
what you're saying is, if you were in that position, that's what you would do.
It's the psyche of men, the way it goes.
If I am in that position,
she will grieve.
See, let me make it simple. If I am in that position and I am Tuface, and I know I have baby mamas, of course I want to be in the life of my kids. And if I have done something on the head of the woman in traditional way, obviously she's still my woman. Of course, the one at home will not accept it, and I'm not trying to rub it in her face. But in the heart of hearts, I know that I'm going to sleep with her. I go there to see my kids. She gives me food. She says, "Be nice, so at least this should last me for the next 2 weeks. So when next are you coming?" See, I have a lady
without this thing under.
But
I know a lady.
Everything.
Can I say something?
She's got 2 kids. Yeah, say something.
You guys, you see, this is why women become very insecure when, as I say, they go into a relationship with their ex, because you guys are clearly saying that if the other woman is willing to give it up, you guys would take it.
Yeah.
Now, where is the
Because they're married. They're married.
No. But where is the respect for your wife? Because when you married that other woman, yes, you made a contract not just to that woman, but to God as well, to say
this one's
that you
not
will
God.
be loyal. And you will not
This one's not
No.
But you men are very naughty.
No,
because you
you're
guys
getting it
all want to have
wrong.
your cake and eat
No.
it, and if they give it up, you guys will take it. That's what you're saying.
You're getting it wrong.
I'm not getting it wrong. You guys
I will explain it to you.
Control yourself and keep it in the past.
No. You're getting it wrong still. Traditional wedding is as legal as English wedding.
It doesn't matter if it's legal or not. You can't.
No.
Annie did not agree.
He's married. He's married to the woman.
No, if Annie had agreed to say, okay, yeah, that is your first wife, I'm the second wife, that's different. Yeah, because that's an agreement that's between you guys. Now that is different. But I'm sure when she sat down with Tuface and married, there was no agreement where you could go and take your willy and stick it into your ex whenever you feel like it. No, I'm sure that was no agreement there. Now, if that's what they want to do in the long run, if that's what they want to do in the long run, then that's different, right? So then they should all live in one house, and then you
have a big orgy of a family.
Mormons do, where Monday I could get it, Tuesday she could get it, and you rotate it. Yeah, but I'm sure that is not what Annie wants. Annie wants this man for herself, and that's why she's frustrated, because she is thinking, just like what you guys are joking and saying, you can't. literally go and mess up someone's life like that just because you men have urges and can't keep it in your pants. If you know you can't keep it in your pants, then you should be a bachelor and sleep around with as much women as you guys want to have as much kids as you want. But you should not do that. You should not make a commitment that you can't keep. Sorry.
Okay.
Now let's talk from Pero's angle. When Pero was there in the picture and looking at Annie as the person who Pero is right now, nobody's talking about that. We're talking about Annie. We're not talking about what is in the feelings of Pero. Looking at Annie, you snatch my man, even though you know I have babies for him.
But Mrs. Jagojantics, that's nothing to do with Annie though. That's not Annie's issue. That is Two-Face's issue. Because Two-Face wasn't man enough to say to Annie, I'm not marrying you. I've already traditionally married Pero, except you want to come in as a second wife.
No. The traditional wedding with Pero is not an elaborate one. Number two,
I know,
it
regardless.
wasn't until after the first one had given birth to. So everything happened in between. You know, it's like a Muslim relationship. So,
but Mr. Jagojantics, what you're failing to understand here is Two-Face was the person who went and put money on the head of Pero, right? He did the traditional rites. However small it was, even if it was just the three of them, Pero's father, Pero, and Two-Face, but he did it and it's recognized, right? Okay. But now he did that before he got married to Annie. True or false? Yeah. So shouldn't he have said to Annie, you're coming in as the second wife? Are you happy with that or not? And if she says no, I'm not happy, then he needs to stick to Pero. But him going ahead and marrying Annie without acknowledging Pero as any wife except just a baby mama is wrong. Because now we're now asking Annie to deal with the fact that, well, he already put money on Annie's Pero's head, so you deal with it. But that's not fair on her.
Can I say something?
It's wrong because this is speculation from all of us. Yes. We don't know what Two-Face is going to say yet. We don't know whether she is just jealous. Even the people who live under the same roof, they still complain, they still nag, they still shout.
So are you telling me that Two-Face told Annie, you're the second wife, and she accepted?
I'm sure she knows.
Can I say something?
She knows.
I don't know, but I find that very hard to believe.
We will know in due time. Don't worry. It's not going to take long. Everything will come out to the open.
Absolutely.
See,
if I were Two-Face, I won't say anything.
I belong to a WhatsApp group. I belong to a WhatsApp group, WhatsApp for veteran artists of Nigeria, because I used to do artist management. I have it on my phone right now. There are some things being discussed there that I can't be saying here, you know. So we can have feelings based on who is our favorite and who is this and who is not. But the reality, there are always three sides to every story. Her side, his side, and the actual truth. And that actual truth will come out soon. And then all of us will be shocked and be like, oh, really? Okay. Women will always be jealous, regardless of whatever the parameters in the relationship. They will always be jealous. Even if he says, okay, I'm taking you both to the altar at the same time, there will still be jealousy.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Yori, let me come to you.
Have you noticed that Pero is not even making any noise?
No.
Yeah.
Of course.
She
just posted new videos. Those videos are banging.
Wait, she holds all the aces, all this noise that Annie is making. Pero is not even saying anything because she has the joker. And forget about the children, the hair, the sub hair, and the assistant hair that she has. Forget all those ones. What I'm trying to tell you is that Annie, unfortunately, knows what she was going into.
Exactly.
Pero sees her as, the confidence that Pero talks, you will know there's more to this than what you and I know.
Yeah.
If you go back to that video where Two-Face strategically placed his head, if you see what Pero wore,
it was just the nipple that was covered, if at all.
You will not be doing reconciliation. All your breast is out there and you're saying, Annie needs to calm down. This man is for all of us, not me, for all of them. Everybody just needs to align their course and chatter how they would amicably live as a family.
Exactly.
You cannot sit in the property anymore. If you can't be part of it, get out of the heat.
Mhm. Yeah.
And we have
Exactly
seen that
what I said.
Tuface happens to be a very good father. So
Mm.
he
course.
takes the parents seriously. So I don't know what
It goes far and beyond, you know, and make sure
Yes.
everybody's satisfied.
Also,
That's why I said
you
it from
have
the
to
beginning.
remember where
That
Two-Face is from. Two-Face is from Benue. The way they do relationship in Benue is different.
Yes,
go
Mm.
to that one again, I beg. And that's why I said from the beginning that even though I feel what Annie is going through, nobody should I say try to control hunger and all those things. But at the same time, putting it on social media, I don't think it's going to get her any solutions. You're just going to get backlashes, public opinion saying all sort of bullshit that they're not supposed to say.
Sure.
You
Let
know
her
you
bring it
cannot
to
change
social
anything.
media.
So
You
that
know
we can
why?
discuss it.
That's our job.
Yeah, we're here to pick it up.
We are here. That's
Yeah.
why we are here.
If you know the stories that this has uncovered, you know, when people were saying, why is she talking? But
Yes.
you did this last
Exactly. That's the next part.
There's some infidelity issues,
Exactly.
drug
Yeah.
abuse issues. And look, I'm not one to
Exactly.
castigate a woman just because she's going through some things. But when you live in a glass house, it doesn't make sense for you to throw stones.
Yeah.
Because it will bring down that charade, and
On
then we'll
you.
see what else that is there that we are not interested in.
Mhm.
Because there's some people that are sitting on
Information.
bad information that
I mean,
give an opportunity to
bring it
sell
out.
out.
Yeah.
People are friends,
Because
though.
since this,
People are
Our
friends.
friends.
Our
That's what I'm saying.
friends.
Our friends
Yeah.
that
Since
know
this,
who Ned Nwoko is.
yes. So since
Listen.
this story broke, 1 second, since this story broke, a lot of people have come out to say different things. There's rumors that Annie's mother lives with them, and she
That's not a
has
problem.
a herbalist in Uyo State in Nigeria, allegedly, that does all these charms for her to keep her Two-Face. But obviously, I don't think that charm is working well because Baba is dead, right? I think Baba died 2 years ago or so. So now the mom and Annie are left out to dry. I don't know how true that is. Again, this is on the streets of Instagram. There are also rumors that Annie is also domestically abusing Two-Face. Again, I don't know how true this is, but these are all hearsay speculations. There are also rumors that Annie Idibia is also cheating on Two-Face with Nedumoko and other men. Again, we don't know how true this is. There is also a rumor that Annie Idibia was toasting Ayomaku AY's wife, until AY now had to tell Two-Face to warn his wife to don't ever try that with his wife anymore. There's a lot of things that this whole story is unraveling.
And there's another story. You know what? Let's stop.
No, go on, please tell us.
Allegedly. Look, that's why I understand there's a lot of cocaine, tramadol, drug abuse that is already in the pipelines with her. We don't know these things. You see, that's why I'm very careful when I'm not saying don't act out how upset you are about some things, but we're in the era where you are a celebrity first before you're a human being. And people that will say things about you, whether it's true or not, will say things that will hurt your brand. So sometimes we don't need to have a knee-jerk reaction to things. Have a thought process. You are not just being in this reality. This has been your reality since 1962. So why are we just discussing this now? Pero has not just had these children. Sumbo has not just had these children. This is not today that you guys have been taking this trip. So it is what it is.
So what's the rumor? You didn't say it.
That she has some drug
issues.
Yeah, that too.
Allegedly.
Everything is all alleged. I think as the story goes on, as the days go on, we will hear more, because I think Gist Lover is also waiting to unravel some things. I mean, this has also caused problems within the family as well, because now Annie's brother doesn't want to have anything to do with her. The brother's wife because of something that happened with the brother's wife. Now Two-Face's brother has also come out and put up a comment as well. And Two-Face's brother's wife has also come out and said something, and Annie is also accusing Two-Face's family of being leeches, that they're leeching off Two-Face because Two-Face is successful. So a lot of things are happening. celebrity marriages in Nigeria is not really working. We've heard just yesterday again that Tonto Dike and the guy Kikborogbo, I don't know what that man's name is. I can never really pronounce his name.
Just mention Prince.
Okay, Prince. We've heard that her relationship, when you know, Tonto used to say she's the king, she's a king, but 2 months ago or so she removed her kingship and gave it to the man, right? So all of a sudden now, she and the man have broken up. I don't know. I'm waiting for her to collect back her king crown and wear it again. So that relationship has ended because there were voice notes where he was talking about how he slept with other celebrities and actresses and all of that. Again, last night's news broke of how Nedu, right, the comedian, that small short Hausa guy, yeah? Sometimes the people that cheat, when you see themselves and you'll be shocked. Anyway, the man has also been domestically violating, abusing his wife. So in short, everything is just happening and we just have to be very careful.
Did you see what Nedu posted this morning?
No, I did not.
Nedu said he has never laid hands on her. Nedu said the reason he moved out of the relationship is because the first child is not his own child, that he found out of DNA.
Wow.
Exactly.
And then
so
there was another
there are always
picture.
3 sides to every story.
There was another picture where he showed where she had gone in with her teeth on his arm, where she was trying to break down the door. You know what? We just need to pray for marriages. Like, it's just
one thing I'm going to say. Yeah, go on, Shari.
I just think, you know, as you say, this is modern. This is nothing new. Yeah, everyone is going through it or probably will go through it. The thing is, marriage is not concrete anymore, right? It is what it is. And I just think that if you're going to get in with a man or a woman that have kids, just expect that it's not going to be smooth going and there's going to be problems. And you just have to be, as I say, strong to deal with it. And if you can't, then just don't go into that relationship, full stop. But whether you're a celebrity or not, I think that's just the end result of what it is, yeah? So going to media, not media, life continues.
And another thing is, guys, if you know you don't have what it takes to be in a marriage, don't try it because it's not compulsory, right? If marriage, sorry?
Sometimes you don't know before getting into it.
Yeah, but sometimes you might also see signs. Sometimes you might see signs, but then you. Yes, see, this one they knew, but she still went into it. Sometimes you might see signs, and then you go and be fasting and praying and burning candle and hopping on one leg and be doing, but still nothing still works. So we just really need to be careful because our children are seeing these things that are happening. Tuface is all his children; they are old enough to go on social media to see what's going on and how the family members are dragging themselves. You know, so I think we just need to. Be very careful. If marriage is not for you, if you know you don't have patience, don't go into it because when you're in a marriage, you need a lot of patience. But anyway, on the note, we're going to end it here. Thank you for trashing this topic with us. And I hope the family are able to find some form of reconciliation. And I think that Yori's advice was very spot on. Annie can plan the holidays with Pero, and that would even build their relationship. And also, if Pero really, her bride price has been paid by Tuface, I think Tuface should just man up and just let Annie know that, okay, I'm going to have to take her as a second wife. He wouldn't be the first man to have a second wife. So that Annie knows where she stands and Pero knows where she stands, so that he too will know where he stands and he knows that he's not cheating, right? I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? Because she has kids for him and they're forever going to be in each other's lives. So they need to find a way to coexist. If not, one person will die before their children gets married, because it can be a very difficult situation to be in. But anyway, I think we're going to end it here. Ajike, any last words for...
Well, I don't know. I just think that she has to just solve her problems. There's nothing we're going to say here that is going to... I find it difficult to give marital advice because everybody's situation is unique. I just believe that we're just trashing it just like that, but I don't think anybody can really say what is really happening because they are the ones in it. They are living their own shoes, and I just hope they find a solution to it anyway.
All right, thank you very much. So we're going to end it here. Thank you guys for staying with us, and don't forget to subscribe, okay? because Ajike told me that her mom said I don't ask people to subscribe to our channel. So guys, please subscribe to this channel. If you're tuning in for the first time, thank you for joining us. Okay, subscribe, like, share the video, okay, and tell your friends and family about it, okay. And every Saturday morning we do a premiere at 9:30 UK time, and that could be the same time as Nigeria, or maybe an hour behind. And yeah, so yeah, join us. We have a lovely family here, and until next week, take care, and don't forget to check us out at Pop Central 9 o'clock every Sunday on DSTV channel 189, or check that out on the Poppin' by Pop Central app. Until next week, see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.